Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode. Today, I'd like to talk about how to find your next job. But before we jump right into it, let me know where you are joining me from, and let me know if this is your first time being on my channel. So, as you know, I'm on a mission to empower 1,000 Black women in tech to own their voices, ask for what they deserve, and also build thriving businesses if that is what they desire to do. So today I talk a lot about how to handle the workspace, and I also incorporate a bit of how to also be business minded. So today I'd like to talk about how to find your next role, because that is also I think my previous video was and how to know when it's time to quit your job. Another question that came to me was, so how do you find your next job? Because sometimes you might know that you're ready to quit this job, but you don't know what your next role is going to be, right? So I just want to share a few thoughts with you guys today that could maybe advise that and help you in the right direction. So as always, got my iPad here and took a few notes that I thought I would share with you today. So the first thing I wrote here is self-assessment and goal setting. Now, why is this important? I mentioned that identify skills and interest, right? So take your time to identify your skills and your interests, right? What are you interested in? What are your skills? What come easy to you and what doesn't come easy to you? This you could do this through self-reflection or using assessment tools. So you know what are your strengths, right? And on the same, also set clear career goals. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And sometimes if you don't have the name in mind, like, oh, I want to be a CMO one day or a CEO in one day, I like to do this exercise. In an ideal world, how would I want to be feeling in my dream job, right? If you're not sure what your career goals are, right? If you're not specific, some of you who are specific, about what you want to do, and you know where you're going, that's great. For those of you who are not and you don't know, I will ask you to tune into how do you want to feel in your dream job, right? And we're just going to do a short exercise on that just to help you. So I'm going to ask you to take in a deep breath, and we're going to take a deep breath through your nose, hold it in your belly, and you're going to release it through your mouth. We're going to do 3 sets of this. So let's take in a deep breath, hold it in your belly, and release through your mouth. And make sure you make the sound. Let's do it 2 more times. Take a deep breath through your nose into your belly. Hold it. Release it through your mouth. The last one. Take a deep breath through your nose into your belly. Hold it. Release it through your mouth. And in this state, ask yourself, how do you want to feel in your dream job or in your next role? How do you want to feel? And take a note and write down how you want to feel. If you don't know specifically what you want it to be, if you don't have a name towards it, tune into the feeling tone of it. How do you want to feel in your next role, and write it down. And the second point I wrote here is update and tailor your resume. This is very important. Customize your resume to every application. But even aside that, make sure when you're looking for a role, make sure you tune into what you're feeling about the role is important. When you're reading everything, how do you feel about that, right? Because you want a role where you're going to be happy into it. But if that is what you want, a role where you want to create an impact, you want to feel fulfilled, you want to be a dream job and not just another job, this is what I recommend, right? And also I also said professional presentation. So I think it's also important for your resume to be well organized, error-free, and then very important to update your LinkedIn profile. If you are in a tech space or in a professional space and you don't have a LinkedIn profile, or you're not active on LinkedIn, or you've not just updated your LinkedIn profile in a long time, I would definitely recommend that you update your LinkedIn profile. And from time to time, as you desire, post some of the things that you are up to, things that you're doing. This will also help as I'll say as an additional resource towards your resume when you're actually applying. So the third recommendation I have is And we're still talking about how to find your next job. And I'm on the third point, which is network effectively. What does that mean? So I would leverage your connections, right? So I encourage you to connect with professionals in a desired field, including attending industry events and participating in online forums. And those things, and the idea behind is to put yourself in the space, in that room with people who are doing things that you want to do, so that you can be a first point of contact when the opportunity arises. And I also put down, it's also very important to conduct informational interviews to gain insight and build relationships with industry professionals. Right. And if there's anything you don't understand and you want me to dive deep into it, leave me a comments below and let me know what that is. Right. So number 4 point is enhance skills and education. I personally believe in that life is a continuous learning, right? So apart from a degree, apart from a certification, being open to learn every day, to read books, to learn from your peers, learning from online, learning from different places. Even you watching this video is a part of learning. And same in that in your particular role or your particular career or your particular dream, I also encourage you to be open to learning. Taking courses or certifications are relevant to desired job roles, right? And when you take courses and certification, you can prove to your employer that you are someone that's open, that's committed, and that's willing to continuously grow and learn, right? And these are important skills, because I think most of the jobs require to be flexible and to be open to learning. As the showcase project or portfolios, this is still under enhancing skills and education. Showcase your project or portfolios, particularly if your role or the job you're applying for has to do is a skill-based industry, is in a skill-based industry. Having a portfolio can demonstrate capabilities better than a resume alone. So the fifth point I have here is prepare the interview process. Prepare for the interview process. So research the company, definitely. Understanding the prospective employer's culture, mission, and recent development is also very important. And then practice interviewing. This is something I do a lot. Mock interviews are very important. Practice with your friends, with other people, and ask them to ask you questions. As a matter of fact, I did that, and the question to ask me was exactly the question I also got during a live interview. So I was really ready and prepared for that. So these are the 5 points I recommend for you to find your next job. And most importantly, I would say, is the first point: self-assessment and goal setting. Understand who you are and what you want. And understanding not only from your head, but from your heart, from the deepest part of yourself, right? Especially if you want a job where you want to feel happy, fulfilled, and you want to feel like you're making an impact and positive contribution. I'll say always go within. Take those deep breaths, 3 times, and ask yourself, how do I want to feel in my next role? Right. And let me know in the comments below if this was interesting, this was helpful to you guys. And guys, I've got like a huge announcement to make. So I am offering a free coaching call to anyone who's interested in really getting deeper into these kind of things, understanding, how they can position themselves for success in the workplace, or even how they can position themselves for success while looking for their next role, right? And I'm only opening this up to 10 people, right? And you have to fill in an application, because I want to understand if you'll be the right match for this process. You have to fill in an application, and I'm going to get in touch with you. So if you are interested in going deeper into everything I'm sharing here, understanding, how to position yourself for success in the workplace, and how to amplify your voice for success, how to also make positive impacts where you are, or even how can you position yourself to win in your next role, fill in the application. Let's connect and let's see how if we are the right match for this process. So this is only open to 10 people. It's a limited time offer, and I hope that you're going to take me on that. In the meantime, take care, leave me a comment, subscribe to this channel if this is something that resonates with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.